Welcome to another trade recap video. Today is Monday 29th of June and we're gonna go over the position that I took this morning during London Open on the Nasdaq to secure $402 in profit. Let's dive in. First, let me show you the proof of equity. So back at 25,900 after last week's loss, which was $290. On Friday, I had a break-even / small loss day. I lost like $70. Took 2 trades on Friday, but it was 37 degrees here in Belgium. It felt like 41, so this room was cooked and my brain was cooked. So I decided not to do the trade recap. But since it was a break-even day as well, but back at 25,900, still the same account as all last trade recaps. So coming in the market this morning, half an hour before London Open, as usual, we could see that price was ranging, no gaps to target, only time-based draws on liquidity, being Asia high, previous day New York high, Asia low, and previous day New York low. Originally, I had more of a bullish bias / narrative because we most recently delivered from this 15-minute gap. My trading session opened at half an hour before London and we immediately take out Asia high. Now, trading further towards previous day New York high was an option, but then what would we need? We would either need a pullback into a higher time frame gap or a break of structure confidently beyond the swing point that took out Asia high. That are my rules. Instead of continuing further, price inversed this 2-minute gap and then swept lower time frame one more time here, which is extra confluence. If we sweep higher time frame, being Asia high, then we go lower, but we first sweep lower time frame as well. That's extra confluence to then go in the opposite direction because we did the higher time frame sweep, lower time frame sweep, and then we got a beautiful 2-minute fair value gap continuation coming from that right here. Stops above the fair value gap, which is originally at 25 points. I was targeting, of course, Asia low, but also this 15-minute No Wick candle was extra confluence. No Wick candles get hit quite often in the market. And I was targeting a 1.5 R. I didn't want to hold all the way till Asia low, obviously, because it was really far and just the start of the move. And I didn't want to hold for a 1-to-1 either. Over the weekend, I've been analyzing a lot of my trading and my trading performance. And I found that the vast majority of my trades runs to or past 1.5 R, and I would be more profitable if I hold at least till 1.5 R. So that's a new rule, to always aim for that, unless the draw on liquidity, of course, is a bit lower, then I accept a little bit lower. But I'm aiming now for 1.5 rather than just 1. Then I waited for a pullback because we closed quite far and I was able to get a 20-point stop loss, and I got around 40 points because I risked 5 contracts and I got away with $400. So that was good. And let's see how it played out. Ran pretty smoothly. So very happy with that trade. Very, very textbook. Higher time frame sweep, lower time frame sweep, inversion, singular gap inversion, and then a fair value gap continuation from that. Originally 25 points for 37.75 points. I got in at a slight pullback, and then what I do is I keep my original stop loss position, which was for me a bit above 20 points, and I keep my original TP position, which then ended up being almost, or it was a 2R. So that was the trade for me. The reason that I only risked $200 on this trade, only five-minute contracts, and thus gain only $400 is because I want to up my trade frequency. I found over the weekend, analyzing months of trading, that I'm taking way too little setups, way too few setups. Sorry for my English. And I want to improve my trade frequency. I want to take more setups because my system provides more setups, and it weighs too much on my psychology to only focus on like 1-2 trades a week and then risk heavy on them. I much rather take more trades and risk less, because I know, it's not just a feeling, I know that this is my biggest working point, talking myself out of very good setups and stemming from fear of loss. So I want to take more setups, which is why I'm risking down and aiming to take at least 1 trade per session, and then even building up from there to maybe even taking multiple trades per session. As a prop firm trader, it just makes more sense to rotate quicker to your trades. Prop firm trading is not live trading, so I should not treat it as a live account, depending on which prop firm you use, of course. Take profit trader, once you're above the buffer, it kind of is like a live account, because you have no consistency rule, you have daily payout opportunity. So it's going to be depending on which prop firm I use, but it feels more comfortable risking less now, since I'm only trading on 1 account, and then in the future risking heavy but only 1 account at a time. That's what I'm aiming towards moving forward. If you have any questions about this trade, let me know. There was more in the session still. After 3, we had redeliveries from this 15-minute gap and more fair value gap continuations. But for now, it just, when I take a win, it's difficult for me to take another trade because I don't want to give that back. And that's also another thing I have to work on. I shouldn't treat it as, oh, that money is mine. I should treat it as, okay, this is just part of my system, and if there's another setup, I want to take it, because I know my system on good days provides multiple setups. So that's it for me. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comment section down below. I'll be very happy to help you. Other than that, wish you the best day of your life so far. What that means is tomorrow is gonna be even better. Goodbye for now.